Hi everyone, this is Tuplex. Welcome back. Just finishing up our harvest of the canola. We'll be done here in a minute. Field 11, or the Field 11 area, I would say, has already been done. So we're just doing these last couple of rows here, and then we'll have that finished. I've got a little over 17,000 in the tipper already, so we'll probably end up with around 21,000 liters on this last load. I've already put 2 other loads into the silo. So we ought to end up with around 75,000 liters or so. And prices are over 2,000 per 1,000 liters, so we should be able to get somewhere around 150,000 from this harvest. And on top of the 46,000 that we've already got, that should give us enough to buy field 19. All right, I'll take the worker off and finish this up myself. Oh, I missed that tiny little bit. Oh well. Now, the only thing I'm not totally thrilled about with Field 19 is that it is currently planted with potatoes. And it's ready to harvest. But I don't have the equipment to harvest potatoes. I was looking into it. We could lease the big self-propelled potato harvester. That would cost us about $25,000. It's a very expensive piece of machinery. Or we could lease one of the trailed versions, which would take us a while longer. It's only got a 1.8 meter working width. But that one would only cost us about $8,000 to lease. And I'm pretty sure that we could get enough potatoes out of it to pay for the leasing costs as well as some extra money. So, you know, we had talked about, or not we, I had talked about getting, using this harvest to get the automatic bale collector. But I thought about it some more, and I think we'd be better off buying the field first, because as soon as we have another field, we can start making more money on every crop cycle. Right, and if I don't have the trailer for bales yet, then I'll just plant some other crop on it, and we'll make more money at the next harvest. And that seems like a win-win situation. Okay. So let me take this back to the farm. I am almost out of fuel, and we need maintenance on the header. We're down around 70% or so. Man, this thing is slow. And if I have a little bit extra money, I think I'm going to buy the fuel tank to put at the farm so that we don't have to drive to the gas station when we need fuel. It's only $5,000, I think. Okay. Looks like we need to clean up the feed trough a little bit. We'll get to that as soon as we have a moment. Trying to keep the cows as close to 100% as I can. Alright, we'll just park it there for now. Alright, let's go top this off, and then we'll go sell some canola and see how much money we get. Now the other option, if we didn't want to bother with the potatoes, is we could just plow it under and plant something else on top of it. But I think we'll be able to make some money if we take advantage of the potatoes that have already been planted there. Oh, and I'm going to turn my time. I had the time on 5. I had the time scale on 5 while I was doing the harvest, but I'm going to turn it back down because I don't want the potato crop to wither. Okay. So best price is at Port Northwest, which is way up there. All right, so I think I'll just head down this road and then go north. Okay, looks like it'll be a bit of a drive. And it's going to take us 3 trips to sell all of it. But then we'll be able to harvest some potatoes, which is something we have not done before. And that field then will also need lime and plowing. So we'll probably just lease a plow. And I might work at expanding the field a little bit, because there's a lot of grass area just below it, just on the south side of it and on the north side of it, that I don't think will serve much purpose. So we might increase the size of the field a bit with the plow. I don't think I've noticed those freight ships before coming down the river. Okay, let's see. Alright, I need to turn in up here at the roundabout. Stay around the outside edge. And there we go. Okay, tipping point should be up here on the right. Oh, yeah, there it is. All right, let's see what we get here. Wow. 68,000. Okay. I'm pretty happy with that. Let's go do another one. Actually, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and finish this up. These next 2 trips, so that you don't have to wait through it, and I'll catch up with you again when I'm done. All right, and I'm back after the 3rd trip, and we now have 209,607 euro. So that was a pretty good harvest, I would say. All right, let's clean up our cow pen here quickly before we move on to the potatoes. I'm going to keep those guys clean so that they're, or not those guys, those gals, I should say. We want them putting out as much milk as possible. No. There we go. That should do it. Great. Let's take a look at how we're doing with the cows. Pardon me. So we got 530 liters. Now, when we sold milk in the last episode, that 3,000 some liters I thought was from one day, but I think it must have been 2 days. Because I don't think we're going to end up with more than that, with the day already being halfway over. So I may have forgotten a day or something. Anyway, we'll see. Okay, so yeah, let's buy that field. We'll switch to land mode. Go to field 19, 174. Yes. Okay. And then we need the potato thingy. All right. Whoops. Now we have two options here. There's this one that takes 110 horsepower. It has a 9276 liter capacity, and it says it digs potatoes out of the ground, and a haulm topper is needed prior to using this machine, which is this one. Now this one takes a little more power, has more capacity, but this doesn't say anything about needing a haulm topper. Now, I don't know if that is a mistake or if I can use this without the haulm topper, but I'm going to give it a try. All right, so we're going to lease that. Okay. And I think we'll use the case for this job. And we can use the New Holland to pull the tipper. It's going to struggle with it, but... Well, maybe I could use the New Holland to pull the potato harvester. We'll see. It's not exactly a flat field, so I think it might be more efficient to use this to pull it. And then with the potatoes, you can't put them in a silo. You can put them on the ground, but then you need a bucket or conveyors or something to pick them up. So what I'll be doing here is I'll just sell them whenever we have a full tipper. And it's a very yellow piece of equipment. I like it. Goes good with the red. Alright. So I haven't used this thing before, so I'm going to turn on my help menu for this one. Let's make our way over to the field here first. And hopefully we'll be able to make a good bit of money from this. Okay. So, first we need to unfold it. Okay, so it's offset somewhat. And I guess that means that we're going to have to change sides. Turn it on and lower. Okay, yeah, it does work. Good. See if I can do this without destroying all the crop in the process. Jeez. You just get a little bit close to it and... Now I don't know if I'm destroying the potatoes or just the tops of them. There we go. So as you can see, this thing only does 2 rows at a time. So this harvest is going to take quite a while. Alright, and I'm going to put a worker on it now. Because the worker doesn't destroy crops, so he'll be able to go back down the other way without destroying the potatoes. Now, if you wanted to do this more realistically, you would have to, do like an O pattern around the field, so that you don't drive over the uncollected crop the next time you go down. But with the hired workers, it's not a concern. And for me, at least in this case, the convenience is a little more important to me than the realism. This thing's pretty cool. So it gets under there. It picks up the dirt along with the potatoes. They go up that conveyor. Along the way, most of the dirt falls back down. And then they go up into that bin there at the top. And then when it gets full, it unloads out here on this side, out of that chute. But as I mentioned, it's going to be a time-consuming process. So, turn that off. While that's running, let's buy our fuel tank. Is that a miscellaneous? There it is. And see if we can find a good place to put it. I would like to put it over here next to my shed. Let's see. Okay, hang on. How do I rotate it? There we go. I'm holding down the C key while I rotate it. That snaps it. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Right there. And I messed up my textures a little bit, but that's okay. Not a big deal. Well, yeah, we're gonna be harvesting potatoes for quite a while. I think that you guys are lucky that we're at the end of an episode. All right, let's clean up the harvester. And we'll go refuel it. Put it away. Now I'm going to have to use the New Holland to pick up and carry potatoes. Otherwise I would be over there fertilizing the field that we just finished. But I think we'll save that for tomorrow, game time. So once I wrap up here today, I'll just fast forward to the morning. If any tasty looking contracts pop up, I'll do those during the night, but in fact, I'll probably want to do some contracts while this potato harvest is continuing, because it certainly seems like it's going to take a while. Diesel. Yes, please. Alright, and there goes some more money. Now, sometime soon, I would like to get a third tractor. And what I'm thinking is I'd like to get something a little on the small side. Probably not even as big as the New Holland. And I'll outfit it with a front loader. And I'd like to, front loader. And I'd like to use that as the vehicle that takes care of the animals and stuff. Deals with the bales and the feed and so on. And that way I can use my New Holland to help with field work and stuff. You know, basically keep it set up for doing fertilizing and that sort of thing. Okay. Let's put this away. Let's try this again. Okay, good. And I'll lower the header and detach it. I'm assuming you probably wouldn't want it to stay attached the whole time when it's just parking. Okay, looks like we can get another couple passes before this is going to need to be emptied. Oh, let me show you. This is the tractor that I think I'll probably go with. This Fendt. It's fairly inexpensive. You can put the Nokian tires on, which are made for, for the street and working in the yard, so it would be good for selling the milk and stuff like that. It can go up to 150 horsepower if you need it. I probably wouldn't need that right away. And then we put a front loader on it, and that would cost a little less than $80,000. And I think it'd be nice to have a third vehicle available. So that's what we'll get the next time we've got enough money available. All right, so let's get this guy hooked up to the trailer and get ready to collect some potatoes. With this tipper, we'll be able to take 3 loads. Whoops. Before it's full. Yeah, see, that's this tractor's got to work hard just to pull it empty. So I'm sure when it's full of potatoes, it's going to be burning some fuel. And let's wait till this turns around and we'll empty it out. Well, like I said before, we're going to have to make sure we got enough money to rent a plow. I don't think I need to buy one because we're not doing the kind of crops that need plowing. Looking at the prices, actually the most valuable crop we can do right now with today's prices would be sunflowers. Unfortunately, is it waiting for me? Unfortunately, the sunflowers require special equipment. plant, which I don't have. Whoops. And they require equipment to harvest that I don't have. Why isn't this working? There we go. Okay. And off it goes again. Alright, well that's a little bit annoying. I guess I'll have to get myself out of the way here so it doesn't stop every time it passes me. Alright, well, I will finish up the potato harvest, and in the next episode we'll get the fields ready for the next crop. I think with these two fields, again, I'm not going to plant grass here yet until I have all the baling equipment that I need. So the next best crop right now after sunflower are soybeans. So I think I'll plant soybeans on the big field, and I'm going to plant wheat on this one, just because we haven't done wheat or barley for quite a while. Also, I do have a little bit of wheat left over from the last time that we did it, and so we'll combine that in with whatever we sell, get a little extra money. So thanks a lot for watching, everybody. See you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.